1.
Hi friends, it's Mrs. Gramlich. Today we're going to learn about some text and graphic features we might see when we read. Today we will learn about charts. Charts look something like this. We're also going to learn about diagrams. You might see diagrams that look like this one. See the dog here? We're also going to learn a little bit more about headings. You guys already know about headings because we've talked about it in class, but headings look like this. It's almost like a title. It's usually in bold font. See how it sticks out like that? Charts and diagrams are what we call graphic features. The job of a graphic feature is to tell us more information about the text. So let's break that down. Graphic features tell us more information about the text. And we can see this right away. We don't have to read it. It's just right there in front of us. Let's talk a little bit more about charts. Charts give us information quickly just by looking at them. Let's break that one down. Charts give us information quickly just by looking at them. So if I show you a chart, you'll be able to tell me something about what you see without having to read an article or a book. This chart is titled Student's Favorite Color. You can see right away, I can tell that of all the students that were asked, the most favorite color was red. The least favorite color was pink. What's your favorite color? Is it on there? Here's another chart. This chart is actually a table. Sometimes we make these in math class. The title of our table is Shoes We Wear. It uses pictures to represent the different kinds of shoes. This is a sneaker. This is a slip-on. This looks like a sandal. Tallies, and then numbers to give information right away about the shoes that we wear. They probably asked a group of people to tell them what kind of shoes they wear the most. This chart might appear in a story about shoes or an informational text that gives me more information about the shoes that people wear. Let's take a little bit closer look at that chart. The title of this chart is Shoes We Wear. So right away, I know it's about shoes. I can tell that sneakers are the most popular shoe. How do I know that? There's 5 tally marks next to sneakers, and then the number 5 in the total column. When I look down at sandals, there's only 4, and slip-ons only has 3. This chart could support what I'm reading in the text by showing me really quickly that sneakers are the most popular shoe. Another form of graphic feature are diagrams. Diagrams help us understand different parts of something. Let's break that one down. Diagrams help us understand different parts of something. Here's a diagram you might see in science class with Mr. McNerney. The diagram is showing me something called kinetic energy, potential energy, and then kinetic energy again. Do you notice how in the picture everything has a word next to it? Do you remember what we call words that are connected to pictures? That's right, they're labels. So all diagrams have labels. Here's another diagram. This diagram is of a dog, and it's going to tell me all the different parts of a dog. Now, I like dogs, so let's take a look at this diagram a little bit closer in our next slide. This diagram shows me the parts of a dog. From the diagram, just by looking at it and reading the labels, I know that dogs have a tail, they have a head, they have hind legs, and forelegs. Let me show you. Here's the tail. Here's the head. The hind legs are back here. The forelegs are back here. So quickly, without having to read a lot about dogs, I know 4 parts of a dog, and I can point to where each part is. Hold on, Mrs. Graham has to erase her screen. I know that Parker has a dog, and I know that Antonio has a dog. Almost done. Now you can go home and impress Mom by saying, hey, that's Teddy's hind legs. Okay. Now let's talk about headings. Headings are different from charts and diagrams because they're not graphic features. They're not pictures, they're not charts, they're text features. Ooh. Sorry, friends. Text features and headings help us understand how the information is organized in a text. Let's break that down. Text features, like headings, help us understand how the information is organized. What does organized mean? That's right, organized means to be put in a certain order that makes sense. Let's learn a little bit more about headings. We can read a heading to learn what the text is going to be about. Let's break it down. We can read a heading to learn what the text is about. For example, the heading of this article is all about fish. What do you think this article is going to be about? Fish? Me too. There are 2 headings on this example. You'll see the first one at the top is the history of rubber ducks. In this case, our heading is also our title. Do you notice how the heading is in the middle of the page? It's in bold print, and the font is a little bit bigger than the rest of the text. That helps it stand out to us. So if I didn't read the whole article, I would know right away that this article is about the history of rubber ducks. Now, this example also has what we call a subheading down here. Sesame Street and the Duck. So if I wanted to learn more about rubber ducks in the TV show Sesame Street, I could go right to that section and learn all about Rubber Ducky. Oh, eraser time. Do you know the Rubber Ducky song? Rubber Ducky, you're the one. My niece likes that song. Okay. Here's that example again about all about fish. Remember, the heading of my article was all about fish. I can use a heading to get an idea of what the article is going to be about. The heading is like a title. The heading of this article is all about fish. It's big, it's bold, all my important words are capitalized. I know when I read this article, I'm going to read about fish. All right, let's review. Charts and diagrams are graphic features. That means that I can see them. There's some kind of picture associated with my graphic feature. Headings, instead, are text features. They're made of words and sometimes sentences. Charts and diagrams tell us more information about the text. I could read a text without a chart or diagram, but it would be kind of boring. Headings help us understand how the information is organized. If I wanted to read that article about the rubber ducky, I could quickly go to the parts that I wanted to read by looking through the heading. Aha! Time to test what you know. What is this? Choose your answer. That's right. This is a diagram. What is this? That's right. This is also a diagram. This is a diagram of a shark. What's this? Great job. This is a chart. This chart tells me what are the most popular fruits. What is this? Make sure you're looking where the arrow is pointing. That's right. This is a heading. There are 2 other headings on this page. Can you spot them? That's right. Women's work is a heading, and Lions Play School is a heading. What is this? That's right. This is also a chart. This chart tells us what we ate yesterday. The most popular meal was meat, followed by ice cream, vegetables, and bread. Woo! Great work, guys! Mrs. Graham is so proud of you. Thanks for working hard while I'm not here. See you tomorrow.